Back. Boom. Okay, so now we going. Now we going. Now we going. All right, we got that pop locking and cracking now. Hey, 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 what's going on, good folk? How we guys doing? Welcome to Montez at midday. How are we doing, good people? Get that out the way. Boom. There we go. How we doing, good folk? Welcome to Montez at midday. I'm your host, Dre Montez. We're being brought to you by a title sponsor, the Weed Squad, St. Louis. Feel free to visit those guys at 8088 Watson Road, as well as going to the website, www.dremontez.com. It is what I like to call Way Back Wednesday. I see some folks are chiming in here. All right, all right. What's up, James? What's going on, my man Skinny? What's going on? Love the podcast you got. Love it, love it, love it. Keep up the great work. Keep up the great work. But yeah, for sure. So it's your first time tuning in. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. We also host a podcast. It's called Who's to Blame? And you can catch and check out the latest episode of that by going to where you listen to or get your podcast at. You can go check that out right there. All right, see the Bulldogs in the building. You know it. You know it. Homecoming weekend. What's up, my man Percy? What's going on, boss? What is going on, good people? Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Well, we got some things to get off our chest, by the way, on this way back Wednesday edition of the show. But before we get underway, you know what we got to do. High fives, chest bump. Let's hug it out. Oh, 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 oh. Did that feel good? Huh? Libra Nation, stand up. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Libras on deck, on point. Also, happy birthday to the United States Navy. Yeah, baby. 246 years old and we're still getting carded. We're still getting carded. All right, what we got going on over here? Okay. All right, there we go. We got some back action here. What else we got right here? Yeah, what's going on, my man? Yeah, real deal sports, man. I got you, my man Skinny. I got you. I got you. Check it out, man. Him and Percy do a phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. His whole crew, his whole clique. What's up, Miss Sarah? Miss Sarah got that Reiki going on for you guys. Check into her. She'll get you right. Check into her. Check into her. Check into her for sure. I've got a few things we're going to discuss today on Montez at midday. I don't get too deep, not too far down in the white rabbit hole. We know how I can get. But a few things have intrigued me the past few days before we get into our first topic of discussion. The Major League Baseball playoffs. Wow. Wow. Not what I thought was going to happen in the Rays series at all. Not at all. Didn't see that coming at all. Not one bit. Didn't see that coming up. What's going on, my man? I got you, Percy. Yeah. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? And the style of play. I don't think everybody is going by the 70s handbook of baseball and trying to win the World Series in the 80s and the 90s, even the early 2000s. I love the speed I've been seeing, the hitting, the pitching. The pitching has been a whole lot better. We had a couple of weird games there the first 2 days of the playoffs where the Major League Baseball officials really confused themselves and us too. But now we're back to reality, back to normal, and seeing some great baseball of play. I'm liking it. I'm liking what baseball's putting out there as well. I really am. Really am. And Wayno, not a bad job commentating at all. Not a bad job at all. Wayno is doing his thing when it comes to commentating. I'm digging it. I'm feeling the love on that. I really am, as I'm trying to multitask here. So bear with me. Okay, yeah, I'm trying something new at the same time communicating with you guys. So bear with me here. But I think we got it under control right now. So yeah. So that has got me right there on baseball. The uproar in college football, we saw that coming. We saw that coming. Now the NFL, that has been a discussion, but to me, in the world of sports, when it comes to the precedent being set, the example being set, I think Major League Baseball has missed the whole boat on the whole Jim Koch situation, in line like of what has happened with former NFL Las Vegas Raiders coach, John Gruden. But we've had enough of that, right? Let's have some fun. I heard about this thing that's going on across the nation I had no idea about. And I heard about this. Hey, what's up? What's up, good people? Thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, it looked like the Cardinals are definitely cleaning house still, boss. Yeah, it's going to be that when teams lose, they're trying to figure out if it's not coaching, it has to be the player. So that's a good point, that person. Appreciate that. But I learned about something that goes on. I had no idea. And now I'm rewatching Seinfeld. And I've already done the Friends, all the relationship shows and friendship shows. I've done all that, but I'm doing it again. But this has come up. There's a such thing as seasonal dating. I had no idea. Have you ever partaken in this or been a part of one? Didn't know you were a part of it, then you sat back and looked at it like, wait a minute. I'm only in a relationship from October to February. What is going on? Is it me? Is it them? Is that the perception I'm putting out there to the people? If you've been in one of those relationships, I'm just curious. I'm very curious. I'm always seeing people and all this. What up, cuz? My cousin Zach in the building. What up, boss? What up? What up, cuzzo? But I heard that's like a growing trend. And I sit back trying to maybe not overanalyze this when it comes to seasonal dating. If you just date during the summer, you're probably not getting the best out of the deal. Yeah, you're getting concerts and sporting events, but you're not really getting that quality time as opposed to the fall and winter people that are seasonal dating. You get the best holidays, you get good food, you get that cuddle time. I think maybe the seasonal dater in the fall and winter probably gets laid more than the summer only dating. Let me know. Help me out what you think on this. If you've ever been a part of this, I've heard a whole conversation about this, and I was like, "Whoa, what up, Lolo? Hey, what's going on, young lady? Miss my brother. It's kind of good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We try to do our best. Lachelle, yeah. My man Kenny, that's my man there, Kenny. I got to get him on the show, guys. Kenny is hilarious. He's a very comical, energetic, good vibe person. I deal with him on the patio over here at Friendlies, and we got some things coming up for my birthday next week, so stay tuned for that. But if you're just tuning in, I appreciate it. But I heard something about this seasonal dating. I had no idea. Is this the thing that is it for you? Is this the new one night stand? Seasonal dating? Because one night stands in the 80s and the 90s were the shit. I'm telling you, it was that deal. You on out the way. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. I wonder how people feel. This is off the record, off the rail here. Little sidebar. I wonder how do people feel who are vaccinated, not vaccinated, wear a mask, don't like the mask, but was a big component of the one night stand movement. You can strap it up and don't mask up. Or mask up and don't strap it up. That's what I'm feeling right there. But I just find that pretty comical. I got you, Zach. You love seasonal dating. My cousin Zach say he loves seasonal dating. Look, never been a part of it. But I feel both sides in this. I feel both sides. If you're a fall winter person, you can get that love connection going. You can get that feeling. You find out who they really are. You get to meet the real parents, the relatives they like and they don't like, they true best cousin. You get to meet all that shit. In the summertime, you get to dress like Charlie Sheen. The drugs are probably a little better. You get to go to fun events, but are you really connecting with that person? But fall, winter, they're putting out statistics show. Statistics show. What you say, Kitty? Hey, I'm just saying that's me looking out and talking to the people that I know have been a big part of this, what I like to call seasonal dating. Let me know what you think about that when it comes to seasonal dating. Is it for you or is it against you? All right, moving right along. How do you feel about your past? I don't care what you do, your past is going to come up. Whether it's a job, relationship, your kids getting older, you got double kids, you know they're going to tell, hey, what's going on, Miss Brenda? But what's the point of what? Giving all that energy just to break up. No, I feel you. That's what I'm saying. It's strong points that Brenda's chiming in here about the seasonal dating. What's the point of giving all that energy? But there's some people that are comfortable seasonal dating. The ones that know. The ones that know. They both have discussed this. They both know, hey, you know we're breaking up before Valentine's Day or the day after, which is the biggest put out day of the year. Is I think the first 24 hours you break up, especially women, they giving that shit away instantly. But the day after Valentine's is like one of the most and largest biggest put out days in sexual history. If you're keeping score at home, but there are both sides. I feel you though, Brendan. What's the point of giving all the energy to somebody and then you're just gonna break up? You're not. You're not meeting anybody if you are sticking around. You got that right. I agree. I agree. But I'm saying during the holidays, you are more likely to meet the family members than the summertime due to what's going on with the calendar of events. You meet more of the friends in the summertime as opposed to wintertime to me. To me. All right, second point, mistakes. Do you think your past mistakes have helped you be the person you are today? It's really basically saying that you learn from your mistakes. Because we're seeing right now a whole across the board of sports and entertainment and everyday life, people in power. This is being come into play about what happened in the past. Have they secretly learned from their mistakes? Now, I'm not talking about murder or a heinous crime or nothing like that. Have you done something that has been like kind of asshole-ish, a little bitchy, kind of fucked up, but you learned from that and it made you a better person, or you really haven't learned shit yet? Can you be real with yourself on that level when it comes to judging you? Not the job, not your team, not your parents, not your lover, not your kids, none of that. You judging you. We can get Candyman on this. Go look in the mirror and have a real conversation with yourself about past mistakes. I'm not talking about self-esteem where, you got to forgive yourself first and you got to forgive. I'm not talking about that bullshit. But really, have you really looked at the situation, done something pretty fucked up in the past, and you're like, if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have known better at that pivotal point. Now it's turned into a positive situation and a better me. We see it in movies all the time, what they did in high school to a kid or grade school or what they did to Marcy at camp. Pretty fucked up. But that incident at that time put them in a better situation, if that makes any sense to you at all. I know people on both sides who've done some asshole shit, but it it kind of comes into light when some things happen. You're like, oh man, I wish I would have done this, but I didn't do that. You definitely learn from your mistakes unless you pick up a bad habit and has a hold on you and you continue to make the same mistake. I think that's where friends come into play. Your closest friend, your closest confidant know you just like if you're a male, both of your hands. They know you. They can point certain things out. They know when it's real, when it's not real. And it's kind of in this time, the past 18 to 20 months here, we've been going through a quote unquote social distancing situation where it's challenged friendships, challenge your love life. It has challenged your overall caring about human beings. So now you're put in a situation where a lot of people don't get those signs in that friendship to let them really know, hey, that's pretty fucked up. But you are supposed to learn from your mistakes to make you a better person on the other side. But it doesn't always turn out that way. But for the people that are here right now, can you be honest with yourself and say, you know, I'm glad I did that years ago because from that, it has made me this positive person. I know about, I know plenty of guys that play competitive softball. I know some coaches. I know some referees. I know some pretty high ranking guys in the sports world, not name dropping, but just things I know. And things these guys have done in the past, you would not believe what they have done today. Resume is impeccable. And every time I run into them, especially this time of year, as it is Sumner Homecoming Week, 1875 in the building, do you think that mistake was there on purpose to make you realize the opportunity, the situation, the understanding of what you either let transpire, get to you, not let it bother you, and you look at where you're at now? That's why I posed that question all the time to a few people out there. You know how it got to be. But okay, people, you know what time it is. We got to take a what they call a quote unquote short little break here. Have a word from my title spot, from one of my sponsors here, real fast, real quick. All right, all right.
Mountain Man Scrub.
Mountain Man Scrub. Go to mountainmanscrub.com.
As smooth as
Get
a
your
rubber
scrub on.
buzz.
In the promo, use Dre Montez. DREMONTEZ. Great for your hands, elbows, feet, and knees, as well as your tattoos. Bring that skin back to life. The holiday season is approaching fast. The gift of a lifetime. Mountain Man Scrub. Get your scrub on.
Get your scrub on.
Mountain Man Scrub. All right, it seems as though we're back, America. Let's get that going right there. We got that alrighty. There we go. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Montez at Midday. I'm your host, Dre Montez, and I also host a podcast, Who's to Blame? And you can catch the latest episode of that podcast. It is up on SoundCloud, Podbean, iTunes, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. So we start out the show with our first discussion on seasonal relationships. I mean, how do you feel about them? Are you a part of this? Have you been a part of this and didn't know it? Or you're a proud sponsor and supporter of this? I kind of think the fall winter dating couple, they get the best. You get the best sex, the best holidays, and probably the best gifts. Summertime, you get to go to more events. You know, you get to travel a lot. I think the perks are better. Fall and winter. Chime in. Also, we talked about your past mistakes. Have they made your present day better or worse? Your past mistakes. That's where I'm right now. Also, you can follow us on social media platforms. Twitter at W2B Dre Montez. Instagram, Who's to Blame the podcast. And as well as YouTube, Dre Montez. And we're on TikTok. On TikTok, we taking the top now. Dre Montez 63. By the way, happy birthday to you, Libra Nation, if you're out there celebrating a birthday. Okay, here we are. I had a conversation yesterday with a childhood friend. Shout out to Valentino Poole. Kensington in the building. And shout out to STL Pressure Coach Pat. And all the coaches out there. My man Earl, my man Jerry, all you guys, my man Chris, all you guys that coach, everybody. I don't care what sport it is. We appreciate you, what you're giving back to the kids. But here's a question I want to ask you coaches out there. Why are you coaching? Why are you coaching? Because I'm seeing things in the youth sports leagues, not just here locally, but nationally. I'm seeing these stories, and a lot of people say, well, Dre, they've been doing this shit a long damn time. Well, I didn't know that women and men are sleeping with coaches to give their kid a better opportunity of playing time. That men and women are paying out thousands of dollars in gifts and what else to guarantee playing time for their kid. You have thousands of dollars being exchanged between referees. It is getting out of hand. What happened to the days of understanding this thing about your job as a coach? What are you supposed to be doing as a coach? You in the back. I see your hand up. What's that? Develop the skills of a child. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. If you're coaching, that should be your number one thing. Development. Develop these kids, getting them prepared for what's next. And some of these guys have these kids in football from the age of three. Three. It should be some change in there. Signs of somebody getting better. All these sports, you should get better as you progress in sports. If you're not, parents, listen up. Listen up. It's time to step in. It's time to step in. If you don't see your child getting better, we having a one-on-one. We having a one-on-one. It shouldn't take to let Tay or Tim or Michelle to get to the damn near the collegiate level, and now they see that there's something wrong in the development of their skill. Come on now. Come on. Come on. At what point? I see all these coaches clinics people post on Facebook. I see all these coaches groups on Facebook. I see the swag gear with all these kids. God, I see all of that. But how are the kids being developed? I'm talking football, baseball, basketball, soccer, golf, hockey, tennis, gymnastics, beans, potatoes, greens. I'm talking about all of that. If you're coaching, just answer that one question for me. Why are you coaching? This is Montez at midday, and it is way back Wednesday edition of the show, being brought to you by a title sponsor, the Weed Squad St. Louis. The Weed Squad, check them out, 8088 Watson Road. We're going to get out there and be amongst the people next week, as it is birthday week next week. Libra in the building. It's homecoming week at Sumner High School. Saturday is that day. 1875 in the building. But next week, we're going to go out on the road with the show a few days next week because it is birthday week. We'll be in Soulard next week. Great Grizzly Bear. Amazing patio. And check out Miss Lauren out there. She got them skills. We'll also be stopping by Old Stomping Ground, the Wood Shack. Yeah, we're going to get by there as well. And we also may be at both places trying to figure this out timing schedule-wise. Hammerstones on the patio or 9th Street Deli at Howard's. There we go. There we go. And then Friday, we're going to do a birthday edition of the show at Friendly's in South City next Friday, a birthday edition of the show, a little later on in the day. I think all shows next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will be at 2 p.m. due to the fact it's birthday week, and we got to get it in. We got to get our grind in. We got to get it in right there. So that's what we're doing, and shout out to those people as well. And our high score fantasy football team player of the week goes out to my man CJ. CJ, congratulations being the high score of the week. Our fantasy football league is being sponsored by Tower Pub, located on Morgan Ford in South City. Don't forget to check them out on Sunday, first time in 17 years. They have the NFL Sunday ticket, as in last night, first time in 7 years. The NHL is back on ESPN. There it is. In hockey news, Seattle got the Kraken. I like those uniforms. That's it in hockey news today. All right, it's Wednesday, so I'm going to play a game called What If Wednesday. In light of what has happened in the NFL, with 615,000 emails, but only one person has been fired. Question. I want to play a game called What If Wednesday when it comes to Peyton Manning in his next role. What if Roger Goodell reaches out to Peyton Manning? They have a meeting behind closed door. Roger Goodell gets real serious. I'm talking about like in a movie when you having that real meeting with the big boss of the company, usually a white man, and he got his dress coat on, and he opened up the cabinet and pulled out two neat pours of very expensive bourbon or cognac because shit about to get real. Roger Goodell, Peyton Manning, conversation. Roger Goodell's like, look, we just got rid of John, and I think shit's about to hit the fan. And we fucked up with Ray Rice. We fucked up with Carolina Panther player. We fucked up with the punter for the Giants. I screwed up, and I can't take this no more. The head's about to roll right now, and we're going to need to rebrand this league, but still with the same intention of the shield is the most important thing. So I would like for you to take my position and take over running the NFL. That's Roger Goodell talking to Peyton Manning. In my world, right now, I think that meeting is going on right now. What they call it, the Chicago Shuffle. When you got something going on over here on the left, there's something also going off over here on the right. And I think Roger Goodell, behind closed doors, is trying to get an exit strategy. Roger Goodell, you can grade him how you want to on a report card scale. But his background is impressive to me. He started out as an intern with the NFL, working for free. That's what the players do now, Dre. Focus. But his path, he checked off all the lists on branding the game, marketing the game, bringing it to our homes a better view in our communities. He done that. He made the NFL owners money. No matter how, whether you agree with his tactics or not, he made the league money. But now it's coming to question the integrity of the game, the culture of the league. And what better person can right now come in there and change that? The man that can relate to present day athletes, the kids, the middle-aged adult, the female sports fan. I don't know about Tennessee. But I think behind the scenes, Roger Goodell and Peyton Manning are having this type of conversation. We can call it what if. We can call it Wednesday. We can call it who's to blame. But most importantly, we'll call it Montez at midday. That right there. Let me know what you think about that. Am I on to something here? Is this Dre? You on some bullshit? I'm just saying that's how I'm feeling on that situation. I'm looking at this, considering how bad it is getting for the front office of the NFL. Now it's coming on the field. It's being discussed in homes. It's being considered a thesis in college programs right now. Come on. We got to get a grasp and a hold on this. This is getting out of hand. We should be yelling over who called what play, why he didn't catch the ball, who made that fucking call. But now we're talking about 615,000 emails and one person got fired. And now the league is looking at, and everybody's looking at the league like, what you going to do now? Foot in mouth time to me. Foot in mouth time. Okay, here we go. The last topic of the day, the discussion. We done talked about relationships. Thank you all for getting involved in that. We done talked about our past mistakes. Appreciate that. Why are you coaching? What if Wednesday, Roger Goodell talking to Peyton Manning about Peyton Manning taking over and be the new NFL commissioner to shake things up, to move it around, because head's about to roll in the front office of all sports franchises, all corporate companies. If you are in power, today is the last. Yesterday was the last day. That was it. Now you must change. You must change not just the perception, the culture, your demeanor, your actions. You got to change all that. But here we go. We want the NBA in St. Louis. There's a lot of discussion right now with St. Louis and the NFL and Stan Kroenke, the Rams, Battlehawks, stadium, downtown. What the fuck is going on? All that's a discussion right now. And what could come out of this potentially in January? We could win this situation with the emphasis being given us a football team. I don't want to go down that hellhole again. I wasn't here, wasn't born, wasn't thought of when we had the big red St. Louis football Cardinals team. Wasn't here. Then we get a team. Then we lose a team. They didn't want to do it again. They've baited us into this stadium situation. That was painful. That was painful. That's worse than walking in on your old lady or your man banging somebody else in y'all bed. That's worse than sleeping with your sister, brother, best friend, father, uncle, aunt, mom, niece, and best friend in the same month. Worse than that, what happened to us in the sports world. if you're a football fan or a business savvy person. That hurt, that was painful. So looking at all that, and we know what's going on downtown, it's a real estate fucking disaster. But the attraction of this town, whether you like it or what not, or what has happened when it comes to the entertainment district of downtown St. Louis, we need more. And the NBA would be it. It doesn't cost that much as an NFL team. See, when you're trying to get an NFL team, it's too many crooks. Too many people gonna lie, cheat, steal, manipulation, adultery. A lot of cocaine gonna be passed around. All that happens and manipulation. All of that is forfeiting and forgery of documents is going to happen too. All of that happens when you're trying to get an NFL team. Do me a favor. Watch the HBO series Ballers and tell me if you want to go down this again trying to get an NFL team. Somebody, wife or husband, son or daughter is going to have to put out big time. And I'm not talking about money. We need an NBA team. The NBA, there are more NBA fans in the St. Louis sports base. Illinois, you in here too. Get y'all ass in there too. Come on, y'all invited. Look at these sports basketballs. I know. But the Blues won the hockey. Okay, it took you long enough. The Cardinals. Okay, we got it. SLU basketball. Huh? Lindenwood. WashU Bears. I get all of this. All of this. But you bring that NBA here, that's going to increase business relationships. Some of my salesmen out here that sell advertising and marketing, this going to really bring that passion back to go out here and sell a St. Louis-based NBA team. We can get the dude from Twitter who went to Bishop Burke. We can call it Square Arena. Work with me now. Talk to me on this. The NBA can happen here. It can happen. If NASCAR can pull the Mother's Day race out of the South, move it to Texas, put a NASCAR track in California, the NHL can put a hockey team in fucking North Carolina, we can bring NBA to St. Louis. We can bring NBA to St. Louis. If Tom Hanks' wife, Rita, can rap the opening monologue at the Emmys this past year, we can bring the NBA to St. Louis. And right now, at the height of the alphabet people movement, come on. What better group not to buy the NBA team than the alphabet people? They will get it first approval. They want diversity? You got it. Here's a diverse minority ownership group, the alphabet people. They have money, the backing, the credibility, and the people want that. Bring it to us, St. Louis. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's get the right people in these meetings telling the taxpayers, us, on what the fuck we want to buy. I wanted to get my toys from Toy Chest, not Grandpa Pidgeys. Well, if you get your own money, you can go where you want to. We can get our own money, use our own money, and fund a fully functional NBA basketball team here in St. Louis, Missouri. Oh my goodness. Can you just imagine how we can finally get an actual tribute to the St. Louis Hawks? Hello? They just up and moved. What is it with sports teams leaving St. Louis on us? We're the worst dating city ever. But with this NBA, I think we're on to something here. Financially speaking, the real estate, what's needed in this town, what we want in this town, what it could potentially do. We can host other events in downtown with having another indoor arena, sporting arena. We need to branch out and host a college football bowl game. Hello. Why don't we host the Square One or the Twitter Bowl here? The guy founded it here. Not my call. Not my call. But I tell you what, I enjoyed your company today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Montez at Midday. So we're getting out on the road next week. It's homecoming week. Go Bulldogs. Go Sumner. Thank you for your input, my man Kenny. My man Kenny. My man James. My dude Skinny. Homegirl Brenda. Yeah, Miss Sarah. and my cousin Zach tuned in as well. So I appreciate that so much. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for your input. Thanks for your input. Don't forget, you can also follow the show on YouTube. Just go to Dre Montez. We're also on TikTok, Dre Montez 63. Don't forget, you can always go to the website, www.dremontez.com. You can find out a complete list of all the sponsors of the show. Thank you again to our title sponsor, The Weed Squad. Well, you know, we got to do. It's Wednesday. It's Tower Pub Day. Wednesday. It's Tower Pub Day. Wednesday. It's Tower Pub Day. All right, guys. Enjoy your day, and thanks again for tuning in to Montez at Midday. And in the words of my great-grandpappy, if you're holding hands, you're not touching enough. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.